So this is about you getting to know you. Like, hello, looking at yourself in the mirror. What's up, girl? You getting to know you and your body versus palming it off on some diet, a person that doesn't know you, they don't know you. They don't know what you like, what you don't like, your taste buds, they know nothing about you. And yet you think, oh, I can just hand this responsibility over to them. That will make it easier. Then I don't need to think about it, and I'll just follow what they tell me to say. They tell me to eat and do what they tell me to say. But that is not the solution. Has it ever, and how can I say that to you so brazenly, quite frankly, because has it ever been the fucking solution? Has it ever worked? Hey girl, I'm Kylie Pax. After a lifetime of emotional eating, struggling with my weight, and being a serial dieter, I finally found the missing key to weight loss, and I lost 20 kilos. Each week, I'll give you my no BS weight loss advice so you can sprinkle it over your life and your dinner plate and lose weight too. Everything I teach you is fluff-free. That means you'll learn simple strategies to master not only your weight, but your mindset as well. Girl, you get that in check and those extra kilos will never haunt your booty again. If you're ready to lose the weight for life, let's go. Well, hello, my gorgeous, fabulous creatures, and welcome to episode 51. Oh, 51, bitches. Welcome to episode 51 of the No BS Weight Loss Coach podcast. You are here with Kylie Pax, as always. I always say this, like ready and raring to go. This has got jazz hands. It's fabulous. Here's what we're talking about today. Very, very excited. Today's podcast is how to stop losing weight and only to gain the damn weight right back. If your dieting history is a treehouse of horrors, or it's just all gone down in flames, then this podcast is for you. First up, so the first thing to look at, if you're thinking, okay, I want to tackle this once and for all. Well, first, listen, can we just be real? Just you and me. I'm coming in real close now. If you're ready to tackle this once and for all, scoot your little ass on over to kyliepax.com/free course and get my 4-part video series on exactly how I lost 20 kilos and kept the damn thing off. I'm giving it away for free. So kyliepax.com/free course. I need you to skip on over there, and that is for you. Now, okay. So let's be real. With all past diets that you've tried, I mean, let's be honest, we're friends now, you and me. What did you think was going to happen? What actually happened, and what can you learn from that? This is what we need to look at today. So the truth is, you can say that you're afraid to, start again. You can say that you're afraid to do it, but bottom line, of course, you're going to do it. You know you're going to do it, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, or next year. You're going to do it again because you can't not do it again. You have an inner drive, an inner desire. You've got to express yourself in that way. In what way? In the way of weight loss? Yeah, you want to live a life that you feel good about, in a body that you feel comfortable in. So you can shelve this dream of being in a body that feels good to you. You can shelve that for a short period of time, but you can't shelve it forever because it will come back because it's a core desire of your heart. That's why it won't work. That's why you can tell yourself, I'm just going to be, live this way and be fabulous, but it won't work. If your core desire is to live in a body that you feel comfortable, and listen, trust me. I say this because I've had friends who have gone, I'm just going to be the weight that I am. I'm not going to care anymore. And I'm just going to eat whatever the fuck I want and let that be so. And that is fine. And usually it lasts for maybe a year at the most. And then they have health issues that kick in. So it's so much deeper. It's not just a physicality of like how we look. We know that. It's so much deeper. It's not just about fitting into a pair of skinny jeans. There's a lot more to be taken into consideration. So I would always rather that you have another go and even struggle at it a little than sit on the sidelines of your life and just feel like shit pretending that that's an okay way for you to live. So if we're going to look at it really, truthfully, of course your past diets have failed. Because none of them teach you what I teach you, which is mindset mastery. It's all about the way you think about things, the way you think about the food, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about what's going to happen if I think about the food and myself. All of it. All of this needs to be taken into consideration. Your general garden variety diet Even, the fabulous fancy ones. You've got your Noom and all sorts of stuff out there now, right? But if we're not dealing with the mindset, then these same issues are just going to come back. They're going to put on a different outfit and prance across the stage of your life in another way. My goal is not just for you to get skinny. I'm saying this in quote, like air quotes, because it's a bit ridiculous, but not just for you to lose the weight, but for you to actually create and then cultivate a life that you really love, where you're actually excited to get out of bed in the morning and it's like, oh, fucking hell, the alarm's gone off. Fuck this shit. Like, no, a life where you actually are excited and pumped. You cannot wait to get your ass out of bed and get the day moving, which is why I always say, I want you to create a life that is sexier than a hot fudge sundae, because you get to do it on your terms. Now, your brain is always going to revert to its most comfortable version of you. So if you find yourself wanting to do another diet, it's because that's all your mind knows right now. But of course we know that diets don't work. If diets worked, we would all do one diet. They could all be different diets because, we're different biologically. So maybe everybody does a different diet and then they stay skinny forever. It's fabulous. And we are all feeling like a Disney character because our life is fucking magical. But please show me that scenario. I don't see it at all. Like, I've never seen it. I've never experienced it. And let me tell you something right now. I got real skinny. Now I do use the word skinny, like for real, because I got real skinny. If you don't know my story, I'll tell you this another time. This is a story for another podcast, but I stopped eating for 6 weeks at one point in a desperate attempt to just really be done with this shit forever. I stopped eating. I only ate juices, fresh juices that I squeezed myself for 6 weeks. And of course, no fruit juice. Oh my God, like, what am I, an idiot? No, who eats fruit juice? Ooh, that's ridiculous. It's a devil, right? No, I had no fruit juice, only vegetable juices. Fucking disgusting. And that's all I had for 6 weeks. And of course I lost a lot of weight, but I was like unhealthy skinny. I looked scary. I looked like something was wrong with me. And in fact, I did have, I think, 2 strangers on separate occasions stopped me on the street and asked me if I was okay. Did I need to sit down because I looked that ill? Like, how embarrassing, really. And yet, we all have this thing, and we really suffer from it, to be fair, called hindsight bias. What is hindsight bias? Hindsight bias is a technique that your brain uses to sort of manipulate past events. In fact, I know I've got the technical term off of Google and I'll read it to you in a minute, but my layman's version is that it has a way of manipulating past events so that you don't remember the good, you only remember the bad, and it makes you want to do it again. But sometimes, unlike perhaps childbirth, that might fall into that category and it's fine, there are other situations where it gives you an unhealthy outcome and an unhealthy result. Like, you remember that. You don't remember that a part of something that you did was really, really bad and it was stupid and it was the worst idea you've ever had. You only remember the good parts about it and you want to go do it again. Classic example would be in a relationship, a bad relationship, when women go back to their abuser because they have these stories in their head that's like, it'll be okay. They purposely choose to forget the bad things and only remember the good things, and they continually go back. So this is a perfect example of hindsight bias, but let me read to you exactly what it is. It's the tendency for people to perceive past events as better than they were. And the reason that this is a problem is because hindsight bias gets in the way by distorting the internal track record we have of past events. This can lead to overly confident future predictions that justify decisions with bad outcomes. More broadly, the bias prevents us from learning from our experience. So again, I say to you, I want you to take your rose-colored glasses off and ask yourself, if you're thinking about doing another diet right now, what do you think is actually going to happen? What happened last time? And can we take a leaf from that damn book? This is the fastest way to figure out who you want to be, how you want to live, and then what we need to do to make that happen. If I'm ever stuck in a position where I feel like I want to make a change, I don't know what I want to, I don't know exactly what to do, but I know I damn well want to get out of this situation, I ask myself, like, take a little Zen moment and ask yourself, who do you want to be? How do you want to live? And what do you need to do to make that happen? What needs to happen in order for you to proceed in that direction? So let's talk about, for instance, the good, better, best method with the weight loss, the way I teach weight loss. You've got good, better, best. Okay, the good, better, best method looks like this. We think on a typical diet, I've got to get my eating perfect. Of course I have to get it perfect. Are you an idiot? Like, if I don't follow this diet perfectly, it's not going to work. But in actual fact, I teach the good, better, best method when it comes to food and your food choices. So for instance, a good food would be any food that means you're not going to starve. That's a good food. A good food might be Macca's. A good food might be pizza. A good food might be a salad. A good food might be a bowl of ice cream. It's good. You're not going to starve. That's a good choice. A better choice might be, so let's take for instance, the pizza, right? A good choice is the pizza. A better choice would be maybe a pizza that you make at home yourself on whole grain, the whole grain base, and maybe you have white cheese instead of yellow cheese. The best choice might be you taking those vegetables separately, stir frying them, and having a bowl of brown rice, on the side or something like that. Good, better, best. You know what to eat intrinsically. You know what to eat. WW doesn't know what you need to be eating. A dude in a white lab coat that's formulating some meal replacement shake doesn't know what you need to be eating. You know what you need to be eating. So this is about you getting to know you. Like, hello, looking at yourself in the mirror. What's up, girl? You getting to know you and your body versus palming it off on some diet, a person that doesn't know you, they don't know what you like, what you don't like, your taste buds, they know nothing about you. And yet you think, I can just hand this responsibility over to them. That will make it easier. Then I don't need to think about it, and I'll just follow what they tell me to say, they tell me to eat, and do what they tell me to say. But that is not the solution. Has it ever, and how can I say that to you so brazenly, quite frankly, because has it ever been the fucking solution? Has it ever worked? If it did work, if that was legit going to work, when the diet was over, did it teach you how to handle date nights with your significant other? Did it teach you how to handle holidays, late work nights, or work functions, or anything that's going on? Like I say, holidays or whatever. Does it teach you how to handle those things? No, it does not. No, it does not. You can do another diet, but what are you going to do when the diet is over and your real life comes roaring back? This is where I want you to think about eating code number 5. Once again, my darlings, if you have not heard me talk about the eating codes before, please skip on over to kyliepax.com/free course, where I share with you all 5 eating codes, the exact eating codes that I use to shed 20 kilos. So let's look at eating code number 5, act like the person that you want to become. This is the basis for everything that I talk about in my F the Scale weight loss course. This is everything that we talk about. In eating code number 5, you only have to think that ideal version of me, that version of me that has the body that I think, that I want so badly right now. She's got that body. She's crushing it. She's living her life. She's amazing. She's confident. She's sexy. She's savvy. She wears the clothes that I want to be wearing. Like that version of you. What does she eat? What are the food choices she makes? Is she out there hating on herself? You think right now that it's your weight that's making you feel so shitty. No, my darling, I beg to differ. It's the way you're thinking about the damn weight that's making you feel shitty. And that is exactly why my F the Scale course is so entirely different. But with that, because I do want to keep this short and sweet. So I'm going to encourage you once again, if you haven't already, skip on over kyliepax.com/free course. Get the free 4-part video series in which I'm going to break down for you exactly step by step over the 4 videos. I will break down each one of the 5 eating codes plus extra bonus material so that you can kickstart your weight loss. Like I say, not tomorrow, not next week, immediately today within the hour. You can implement these. I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. As always, if you've found this useful or fun or even mildly entertaining, please go ahead and share with a bestie, because as you step up and give yourself permission to take control of your life, your eating and your relationship with food, you give another woman permission to do the same. I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. I will see you next week. Until then, my gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com/free course and sign up for my free weight loss training so you can start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources in my past podcasts that will help you lose your weight without the BS diet drama. I'll see you next week.